Hey, Tyler Day here. This episode is going to be a special episode. So, in this episode, we're going to be sort of going over and recapping the past 10 years in our affiliate marketing journey, going over how we started from zero and managed to scale up past $30 million per year in revenue. So, this episode, we're going to start all the way from the beginning. So, we're going to start from the very first year that we got into affiliate marketing, and we're going to basically recap every year of the last 10 years. So, we're going to do like a 10-year recap of our affiliate marketing journey, and we're going to reflect on some of the lessons that we learned along the way and really, try to break down everything for you guys so that um, you can understand our journey a little bit better. So everything started for me back in 2012. So about 10 years ago, I was just finishing up high school and I had a lawn mowing business that I had been operating around the neighborhood. And at that time, I only really had about $2,000 in my bank account. So I spent the $2,000 on a course that taught affiliate marketing via blogging. So I don't know how we got into this opportunity. So I think Peter had we had been trying out different business models. We had a little lawn mowing business. At one point, me and Peter, we were selling knives door to door. And one of the clients that Peter was selling knives to pitched Peter on sort of this multi-level marketing opportunity where it was basically like a business opportunity thing, like a network marketing opportunity. And I think this was probably about a year or so prior to me getting involved. So prior to 2012, Peter had gotten pitched this network marketing opportunity, and he was trying to figure out how he could get people to enroll in this network marketing scheme. And basically, he Peter was poking around online and found out about how you could start a blog to drive people to your business opportunity. And you know it was maybe he was maybe playing around with that for a little while, and then I ended up picking up a course as well that taught about how to do affiliate marketing via blogging. So I spent about 2 grand on this course that was basically teaching you how to start your own blog and write articles every day. And essentially the course was pitching on becoming an affiliate to then resell that $2,000 course as an affiliate through your blog. So it was a course that kind of taught you how to resell the course as an affiliate. So I jumped into this and I started my own blog um, called tylerdaytraining.com. And I really had no idea what I was doing. All I was doing was just writing these blog articles every day. And I really didn't have any money in my pocket to play around with paid traffic. But Peter had started to figure out that you could run ads on the Bing search engine through another course that he purchased. So I partnered up with Peter, and I was writing my blogs every day, and I started to spend a little bit of money on Bing traffic with my lawn mowing money. So I had about $300 per month that I could spend on paid traffic. And this was it. So this was the beginning, and this was the beginning of sort of a multi-year slog of just trying to figure out what the heck I was even doing. So the next year in 2013, I we had been at this for about a year. I had probably written 400 or 500 different blog articles. I'd spent thousands of dollars on Bing ads, and I just wasn't really having any results. So I had maybe made a few commissions here and there, but for the most part, I was just losing money testing different types of ads. So I was sort of in this student mindset where I was just learning things, and I would save up a little bit of money and I would try to put in to practice what I was learning. And I was just trying to resell this one make money online course as an affiliate. So I tried all sorts of different things like PPV ads, solo ads, direct mail, and usually these would require me to put up like a lot of money. So, like if I signed up for a new PPV ad network, I would have to deposit like 2 grand on there. Or if I was trying something like direct mail, I would have to spend thousands on mailers or solo ads. Those were a little bit more affordable, but maybe I'd have to spend like $300 to try that. And for the most part, I was just losing money. Just I would save up money with whatever I was doing for work. I would spend it and I would just lose the money. So so this was basically my experience for the first 2 years of affiliate marketing. And you know what? After a couple of years of this, I basically gave up for a bit. So I just basically ran out of money and I had to go back to get a I just had to get a job filling water glasses at like a restaurant for $8 an hour, and just do that for uh, a little while until I had some money to restart again. So finally, in 2014, I got hired for basically a higher paying job where I was essentially like a coach in an affiliate marketing training program. So there was this make money online course program that I'd bought, and they had opportunities where after somebody bought the course that you could get assigned like a one-on-one coach. And I mean, I was really not qualified to be a coach for this company because I'd barely made any money on my own. I mean, I'd earned commissions, but for the most part, I was net unprofitable just trying out all these different traffic sources. But, I presented myself well and they seemed desperate to hire. So they hired me as a mentor for this affiliate marketing training program. And I had a lot of knowledge in my head about how internet marketing works because, I'd spent at this point 2 years like buying courses and trying different things. So I'd learned a good amount, but again, I was in no way shape or form qualified to be like a mentor for this program. But anyways, I got involved with this and I had a higher paying job and I made a little bit of money to get back on my feet. And at this point, I still had no idea that affiliate marketing even existed outside other verticals beyond just selling online courses as an affiliate. I mean, my scope of this space was so narrow, and I just had no idea the amount of opportunity and the amount of different verticals and niches that you could do affiliate marketing in. My scope of affiliate marketing was okay, you buy an affiliate marketing course and maybe you can resell it as an affiliate. I mean, that was really all I knew. Um, Towards the end of that year in 2014, I had been doing this job for about a year, and I got on a call with somebody who told me something very interesting. He told me that he had met somebody at his local library in town who was a super affiliate, and apparently this person who I was coaching through this job had met somebody at a library who had told him about doing CPA marketing in the real estate industry. And honestly, I was very interested in this. So I asked him for the name of the person and I reached out and got in touch. And it turns out that this guy was very friendly. So he was a real affiliate who was basically doing the CPA lead gen model, promoting rent to own offers. And he agreed to basically mentor my brother and I for a little bit of money. So we paid this guy, I don't remember the exact amount. It was like a few $1,000s for some coaching. And he basically showed us the model of doing lead gen, where you would run ads. You know, at the time, he was showing us how to run ads on Bing. He was showing us how to run ads to a landing page where it was a survey funnel where you would collect an email in the survey funnel, build an email list, and then redirect the user to the affiliate offer and earn back your ad spend. And To me, this was really, really eye-opening, and not only that, but this mentor actually he just really helped us out. I mean, he showed us ads that he was running, he showed us his landing pages, he showed us, like, how to put together the keyword list to run on Bing. So, after 2 years of sort of floundering around trying to figure out what I was doing, I finally had a real opportunity that I could run with. So, that was 2014. So in 2015, I quit the job. I knew that I wanted to go all in on just being an affiliate. So I quit the job and I had about 10 grand saved up in my bank account at that point. So in 2015, I started running this rent to own offer on Bing with Peter, and we were pretty much profitable right away, which was honestly surprising. Usually you don't have that sort of quick result, but we were able to get profitable on Bing with this rent own offer, and we started to compound our money pretty quick. So we were on weekly pay, and we were basically within 30 or 60 days, we were able to scale up pretty quick to spending about 3 to 5K a day on Bing and Google on rent to own traffic. So this was a big breakthrough for us. So um, right at that point, like spending 3 to 5K a day, we were probably earning somewhere around like 1 to 2K a day in profit, and we were building a huge email list. So with an offer like rent to own, the model was to, you know, basically break even on the front end, build an email list, and the leads would cost somewhere in the range of about, at that time, it was about 50 cents to get a lead. So spending 3K to 5K a day basically yielded us about, um, north of like 5,000 leads a day. So um, on a daily basis, we were probably adding like 5 to 10,000 email leads a day. And within 2 months, we had built a huge email list of over 500,000 people. So this was sort of our real breakthrough in 2015. So we ended up doing $3 million in revenue in 2015, and we made over 800K profit. So after slogging along for years and, spending years trying to save up money from a job, spend, 3,000, few $1,000 on traffic, lose it all, have to go back, make money again, try it again. After years of that, we finally had our breakthrough. So, after 2015, um, for that whole year in 2015, we were basically just only running one offer on one traffic source. And we were pretty happy with what we were making, but we had no idea that in the affiliate marketing space, like you need more than just one thing. So in 2016, we learned a pretty hard lesson when the rent to own offer stopped working and the campaign basically died. But around that time, we started to see results in other verticals like auto loan, and we were also doubling down on our education. So we had more money to spend on training. We went to a Charles No mastermind where Peter and I spent about $12,500 each to attend this 50-person mastermind or so in San Diego. Um, and at that time, it was still just me and Peter doing everything. So we were a two-man team. We were basically running one campaign at a time, living campaign to campaign. We were having a lot of ups and downs. Like we were getting our email list shut down with Aweber. We were just, struggling with constant shutdowns, offers working and then not working. But we managed to squeeze out about 3 million in revenue again that year in 2016, even through all the ups and downs. And we met Charles No that year in 2016. So in 2017, this was, basically 5 years into our journey. We were invited to speak at the Charles No Mastermind in New York. So this was similar size mastermind where about 50 people paid about 12 grand each. And it was at this event where we basically shared with everybody this lead gen model that we had been running for years that our mentor taught us. And it was at that event that Charles No asked us to partner with him on a course. So that was pretty big for us. We knew that Charles had a large following, so we agreed to do the course with Charles. And also, we were able to hire our first media buyer after that event. So this was somebody who basically attended the event, and we hired him as our media buyer. And finally, we had one person on the team to help us run these campaigns. It wasn't just myself and my brother Peter. And still things were pretty shaky. So again, in 2017, we did about 3 million in revenue. So our revenue was basically flat from 2015, 2016, and 2017. Um, we just we just didn't really have much working. We were kind of living campaign to campaign. We were building email lists, but um, the email lists were basically getting shut down, and it was very hard to grow in a sustainable way. So in 2018, the next year, we released the lead gen engine program with Charles. And we had about 300 people go through the course as paid students, and probably a few thousand more people on top pirate the course. So, yeah, we had a huge problem with pirating. We worked really hard for like a year to put together this program, and we made a good amount of sales, but ultimately, like the entire course was just like on so many different pirating sites that we um, it didn't really work out the way that we wanted it to. But we had a lot of people that knew who we were after that, so we were able to expand our media buying team, which was really great for us. And we actually increased our revenue that year, so we increased our revenue to about 5 million in revenue. And yeah, that was a pretty good year. So 2018 was sort of a pivotal year for us where we released that program. All of a sudden, we had 300 plus affiliates that knew who the Day Brothers were and had gotten trained by us. So that was pretty pivotal. We had a lot of people apply to become our media buyer after that, and that really got the ball rolling in a significant way for our growth. So 2019, so now we are like 7 years into the journey. So we expanded our media buying team more in 2019. We continued to hire, and this was also one of the most challenging years of my life in 2019. So in 2019, we started the affiliate network O2C Network, where basically after the course had wrapped up, we reached out to um, the students of the course and we invited them into a private network. At that time, we had a little bit of a falling out with Charles. So we had some disagreements with Charles about like the direction that we wanted things to move towards. Um, After the course wrapped up, it just wasn't really clear like in what propensity we were going to be working together anymore. And there were a lot of ideas that me and my brother were bringing up about how we could continue to work together, but it just didn't really seem like Charles was interested much in like a continued partnership. So we wanted to do something. Like we had trained like 300 plus affiliates on this affiliate model. They were all hungry to make money, and we really wanted to do something with what we had built. So we ended up inviting everybody to this private network, and we basically started to set them up with whatever offers seemed like promising to us that we were running ourselves as affiliates. So with absolutely no team, we onboarded like over 300 affiliates into this private affiliate network. And this was so challenging because like we already had our whole existing business, but all of a sudden we had this whole second business with literally zero team in place. So it was Peter and me doing everything from running the affiliate network to running the internal team. And we were basically playing every single role imaginable, from affiliate manager to accountant, um, managing the internal team, doing biz dev, and it was just chaotic, honestly. I mean, I would wake up every single day and I would have hundreds of messages across hundreds of different Skype threads. And, I was the one pretty much responsible for responding to all this stuff. So um, things were going great. I mean, the network kicked off really strong with a lot of revenue right off the bat, but it was pretty chaotic, honestly. And my personal life really began to crumble at that time. So, we were spending all day in the office from sun up to sundown. I just really had like no life outside of work, and different areas in my life, like relationships, friendships, it all sort of began to crumble under this tremendous amount of stress and workload that was going on. But we just kind of pushed through. We the work life balance was just so out of whack, but the business was getting bigger, and you know every month we were making better progress towards getting things better managed. So in 2019, the revenue was actually flat again from the year before. So in 2019, we did about 5 million in revenue again. um, Things were so chaotic that we just didn't really have like the team in place to actually grow, but we were setting ourselves up for success by just having a lot of diversity. And really, our main goal was to just add another leg to our business. So I remember that year, like I was just frustrated with how things had gone in the previous years and how our growth was kind of flat. And it was just me, Peter, and like one or two media buyers running these campaigns. And I just felt like we were always like living campaign to campaign. Um, in the business, I was just tired of the business being so volatile. So I just wanted another leg to our business. So that was really the inspiration to starting the affiliate network. And yeah, I mean, it definitely set us up to grow a lot more with like more diversity, and set us up for more stable growth in the future. But at the time, it was just chaotic. I mean, just so much more work than two people can handle. So in 2020, um, the mental health was sort of in a pretty bleak position. So we had been pulling these ridiculous like 18-hour days to manage the affiliate network business and run our internal team. And then the pandemic hits, and our company revenue basically went to zero because call centers were shut down, offers paused. And at this point, like, I had really take my mental health had really like taken a dive. um, I'd basically like my relationships had fallen apart. I wasn't really doing well, like, mentally. And then to all for all that to happen, and then every all the revenue go to zero while the call centers were shut down, was just like, it was probably the most challenging period of time that I've ever gone through personally. Um, but lo and behold, things start to get better. So a few months later, the call centers start to open back up. Our team gets back firing on all cylinders, and we really hit a home run on a campaign in the refi vertical when the rates for interest rates dropped to like 3%. We really crushed it with this refi vertical. So we ended up doing like $4 million in revenue on a refi offer, which brought our annual revenue to about like $6 million total in 2020. So I was expecting a lot more after like grinding so hard the whole year before, starting a network, you know, getting like 300 plus affiliates on the network, growing our internal team. I really thought that we were going to break 10 million in revenue in 2020. I mean, that was my goal. But with the pandemic shutdowns, like, it set us back a little bit. So we didn't really start making good money until after the pandemic that year. And when we finished up the year, we'd done about $1 million more than the year prior, which Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the goal that I'd set out, and you know, I was just kind of in a hustle mindset. So I set a goal at that point to grow the company revenue to 100 million a year. So, I figured, hey, if I, had set the previous goal at 10 million and fell short and only did 6 million revenue, then maybe I should just set the goal much higher to like 100 million a year. And, even if I fall short, maybe we'll do like 50 million a year, something like that. So it was at that year, I set that goal and I even put out a video on the YouTube channel talking about how I was kind of consciously setting that goal. So, moving forward, so 2021, um, we are now 9 years into the journey. So, in 2021, everything started to grow a little bit more smoothly. So, our internal team grew a little bit more, and our internal systems got better. So um, finally got a better team in place for the affiliate network and for the client side of the business, which is really demanding. And we just got a lot more diversified. So by 2021, we were running like dozens of different offers and verticals, and the work life balance had improved a little bit. So I'd moved to San Diego, and you know, I was able to enjoy my life a little bit more, like go out to the beach and go surfing and just do things to help my work life balance be a little bit more on track. And in that year in 2021, we did about 22 million in revenue. So we had about a 360% year over year growth versus 2020. So yeah, I mean that year. It just kind of it went by so quickly. I think 2020 was such a challenging year that in 2021, when things were back on track, like it just felt like um, everything was on like easy mode again after such a challenging year. And all the work that we had done prior without seeing too much results, like starting the network in 2019 and you know grinding like crazy in 2020, it felt like it all sort of came to fruition in 2021. And we had this sort of massive year of growth where we took the revenue from 6 million to over 22 million in revenue in 2021. um, so 2022, this year, so we just basically saw some more continued growth. So our internal team really became like a real force to be reckoned with in 2022. Um, so our internal team in 2022 is generating about 60 to 70% of our entire revenue. Um, the rest of the revenue comes from the affiliate network business. So the affiliate network business is running more smoothly. So we had years to acquire like more clients and more affiliates, and things were just like working a lot more smoothly on that side. So 2022, we started to experiment with other traffic sources like SMS, YouTube, TikTok. We expanded out into pay per call. So in 2022, so far here in 2022, we've done about 23 million in revenue, and it's only August so far. So by the end of the year, we're projected to do about 37 million in revenue by end of year. So my goal that I set in 2020 was to do 100 million a year by 2025. So I gave myself kind of a 5-year runway to hit that goal. And this year we're probably going to do north of 35 million. So things are definitely on track, and I think that we're definitely going to be able to hit that 100 million goal. So the current team size right now is about 15 people, including me and Peter. So we have like about 7 people on the internal media buying team. We've got accounting people, client people, biz dev people. Um, so yeah, we've gotten the whole operation to be a little bit more smooth, and the workload has been sort of more diffused across more people. Peter, being the CEO, he definitely still has a pretty crazy workload. Um, I'm the president of the company and the 40% owner. So, um, yeah, anyways, that's sort of been the experience over the past 10 years. So, just to recap some lessons. So, um, the first few years of this journey really felt like an utter failure to me when I was just sort of losing money and botching these ad campaigns, just trying to promote this one offer, spending like 2 grand, losing it all, having to make money again, spend it, lose it all. And that cycle went on for years. And, I really just felt like a failure. But in reality, it was necessary to go through all that to get to where we are now. So, had I not spent 2 years sort of like learning and grinding, I would have never gotten that job as the traffic coach, because I would have had no idea like what I was talking about. And if I never had gotten the job as a traffic coach, I would have never met that mentor that showed us the CPA lead gen model with the rent own offer on Bing. And if I'd never met that mentor, we probably would have never started running lead gen campaigns. Um, so yeah, even during those flat years when we started to get frustrated, we really didn't realize it, but we were setting ourselves up for massive growth in the years to come. And these little actions that you take can really make a big difference when you start to just move towards a goal in a deliberate way. Things start to change. I mean, sometimes it takes years in order for things to really start to improve in a noticeable way. But the if I were to go back, I would have probably just had a better mindset about it. So not getting so negative and, walking away from the space for a bit. Um, I would have tried to keep a more positive mindset, and maybe I would have gotten better results sooner if I had done that. But, you know, another lesson was that providing massive value through the original course that we did with Charles No and speaking at the mastermind was really a foundation of our breakthrough. So it was speaking at that mastermind and helping people that we were able to hire our first media buyer. We were able to secure that partnership to um, promote the course, and we were able to from there um, you know, grow a huge business out of that. So able to just hire a lot more media buyers. We were able to build the whole affiliate network business, and all of that just came basically from helping people. So another lesson is that sometimes you need to wear every hat in the beginning. I mean, if you don't have like the finances to, um, hire a bunch of people, like sometimes you have no choice but to just grind it to the absolute max and wear every hat um, you have, but you should basically try to hire the best people that you can as soon as you have the ability to. So those years, like in 2019, 2020, we were kind of just limited by me and Peter, like trying to do everything ourselves. But I think had I gone back, I would have put a much bigger focus on hiring and tried to just get more hands on deck to help us kind of get through that time. It was pretty insane. Like I'm happy that I did it, but I wouldn't really recommend trying to do everything yourself, like in general. So you need good people to help you, and you're not really going to be able to grow until you get a good team behind you. So hire the best people that you possibly can as soon as you can, or you will limit your growth. Um, the next thing to realize is that scaling past 8 figures a year as an affiliate, it's really not that crazy. So I think I had a lot of mental blockers on where, in those early years, I thought scaling past like 10 million a year in revenue was just like absolutely insane. And, I was kind of happy to just do this like 3 to 5 million a year for, like 3, 4, 5 years. But, um, I think I just kind of had the wrong mindset. I mean, I didn't realize that even just single solo affiliates with no team were doing like 10 to 20 million a year in revenue in this space. So, yeah, I mean, it's really like not out of the question to do like 10 or 20 million a year, just even as a solo affiliate with maybe like one person on your team. I mean, I see it all the time. Of course, the affiliates that do this are in like the top 1% of affiliates, and those results like aren't typical by any way. But I think I just sort of had like a limited mindset when it came to growth, and I thought that we had this large business doing like 3 to 5 million a year, when in reality that was sort of peanuts compared to where what the potential was for growth. So um, now I realize that even 100 million a year is sort of a conservative um, figure to hit. I mean, it sounds like an astronomical amount of money, but um, even this year we're on pace to hit over 35 million. So there's no reason why after a few more years of building that we couldn't scale up to that number. And I see companies in this space all the time do 200, 300 million a year revenue. I mean, it's just, it sounds like a lot, I know, but you just got to have the right mindset. So that's kind of where my mindset is pointed now, towards getting above that $100 million a year revenue mark. And our team is sort of unified in that goal and moving towards that direction. And that's where we're at now. So anyway, we're going to do a Q&A now. So let's go ahead and check on the questions here. So somebody asks, how do you acquire conferences? Is it all coming from conferences? So the original way that we started to acquire clients was going to conferences. So yeah, I mean, Peter and I, we'd go to every single conference. We'd walk the trade show floor. We would, talk to everybody and see who was relevant. And that was sort of how we got our start, you know, with hiring, with getting clients. And then when we started to really see a lot more growth was when we hired biz dev people on the team. So we hired people that came from like other major affiliate networks that had all sorts of connections that we didn't have. So the first major hire that we did on our team for biz dev was with Marina on the team, who had worked for various different affiliate networks, and she had a ton of connections. So she's now brought on over 300 clients for us, and has been like a powerhouse for the client side of our business. And yeah. Okay. So somebody asked, how do you solve the issue of suspicious payments on Google Ads? So I think one thing that you can do is you can verify your business on Google. So this is an issue that we ran into, this suspicious payment, and I've heard that a solution for this is to verify your business. So search on Google like how to verify your business with Google, and I think that'll probably help. So somebody asks, are you hiring YouTube ads specialists? So yeah, we're definitely interested. Reach out to me on the Skype. We're definitely interested in hearing from you. We're definitely looking to hire more this year and definitely focus more on YouTube. So reach out. So somebody asked, are you hiring interns? Right now, I don't think that we're doing any internships, but I appreciate you asking. So somebody asked, I've worked with both of you for years. I pinged your brother on Skype about the strategic partnerships position. I really believe in what you're doing. Okay, awesome. Yeah, you can definitely chat with Peter about that. So Peter is basically hiring for the client side of the business. So definitely talk with him about that. So somebody asked, after moving to pay per call, your revenue skyrocketed. Am I right? So yeah, I think adding pay per call into the business was definitely like a huge leg of growth. So the same way that starting like the affiliate network business added a whole nother leg to our business, expanding out to pay per call added even more growth too. So yeah, you definitely don't want to ever limit yourself. Like if you're only doing lead gen, then you should really try to expand out into different areas, like doing pay per call, even doing, you just want to be doing everything that you can. So never limit yourself as far as like only being somebody that does lead gen, or only doing pay per call, or only promoting ClickBank offers. The more that you can add into your business and diversify, like the more growth that you're going to see. So somebody asked, are you an agency with your own advertisers? Yeah, I mean, kind of like we're basically just super affiliates. So, we have a lot of advertisers that we work with, like, over 500 different advertisers. And I mean, we're basically just large affiliates. So, I mean, instead of just running everything with a two-man team, we've got, a team of like 15 people now, but essentially like we're just giant affiliates. So somebody asks, can you throw some light on hiring these biz dev people? So um, how to find them, etc. So I think probably a good place to meet biz dev people is just at conferences. So like usually companies will send their biz dev people to conferences, and a lot of these biz dev people are often just like freelancers. So sometimes they don't even have like they might be there representing a company, but they might not even like be an exclusive employee of that company. They might just be on like a retainer to like help bring in clients and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, going to a conference to meet like a biz dev person could definitely be good. And um, I mean, I think another thing that you should do, like if you're building a serious business in this space, is just try to build like an online presence, and people will find you. I mean, we've had so many people just reach out to us over the years. Um, that just found our YouTube videos or something like that that have, worked with us in all different propensities from, becoming internal media buyers to becoming affiliates to working with us on the biz dev side. Um, so John asks, are you still a big proponent of collecting emails? So we actually stopped doing the email collecting. So I'll tell you why. So um, sort of in that multi-year period where we were basically doing like 3 to 5 million a year. We were doing the list building model, and things were really like unstable for us because I mean we kept getting our email list shut down, and now that's even more of a problem. So when you're building an email list, like doing this affiliate marketing stuff, like it's actually not hard to just build like an enormous email list. Like even within our first 60 days, when we first initially got traction, like in 2015, we very quickly built an email list of like 500,000 people. And I mean, if you have an email list over 500,000 people, you're probably in the 1% of like email list size for an ESP like Aweber, an email service provider is platform that you use to send out your mail, and usually they're used to working with like brands or like mom and pop websites, and oftentimes these people will have like 10,000, 20, 30, 40,000 people on their email list, but once you get above like 500,000 people on your email list, you kind of become like a target for this stuff, and a lot of these platforms aren't affiliate friendly. So they want to work with brands. They want to work with the mom and pop blogs that, pay them like 2 grand a month to host their email list. They're not really interested in affiliates that are going to just like send out like 500,000 emails a day. Mainly because with an ESP, like you're sending from a shared pool of IPs. So if an affiliate is like, abusing the ESP, then it puts their whole business at jeopardy because they're sharing the same IPs as everyone else on the platform. So your other option is then to build like a dedicated mail server, which is really, really difficult. Um, you know, I, if you have the technical skill, you can do that. But basically, what's involved is like starting out with like a really a micro amount of leads, like maybe like 40 people that are like clickers, and sending them an email and like training your IP and your domain to get into the inbox, and then like slowly scaling it up from like 40 contacts to like 100, to then slowly adding in more leads to maybe sending out a few thousand. I mean, it's very difficult to get to a point with like a dedicated mail server where you can actually send out like 500,000, 1 million plus emails a day. So the email collection thing just ended up like inhibiting the growth. So we were so focused on like just trying to send out all these emails that we were getting shut down all the time that we literally just weren't able to grow. So, I mean, at one point we had like 5 million email leads that we were trying to mail and just couldn't physically get the mail out. So we ended up just basically bagging the email collection model and just running straight from our affiliate ad to the landing page, going directly to offer without collecting any data. And once we made that change, we were able to scale up, from that 5 million a year to then doing like the 22 million revenue in 2021. Um, so yeah, I mean, it I don't know. I wouldn't really say that all that growth was just attributed to just doing pay per call. I mean, it was all about just building diversity. I mean, getting really what brought that like 350% year over year growth was just diversifying out into like 12, 20 something different verticals, and adding all these different legs into the business, like the network, the um, it all played together. So somebody asked what the profit margin will be. So yeah, I mean, our minimum profit margin is around 20%. And that's kind of what it ends up being. So like with our internal team, like we tell them they need a minimum of 30% ROI. And then we have to pay the media buyers a commission on that. So then, the company net profit margin ends up being about 20%. So, um, this year on the 23 million that we've done so far by August here, the net profit margin has been about 20%. And that's kind of like the minimum profit margin that we'd even want to see. So, if we scale higher from here, we'll at least be doing that 20% margin. Maybe once we get past like the 35 million a year, maybe we'll be okay with doing like a 15% margin after all the expenses and salaries and everything. Because yeah, I mean, at this point now we have like a huge amount of salary obligations, like six figures a month of salary obligations. So, you know, to hit much bigger numbers, we're going to need to hire more people, and maybe the margin will come down to maybe like 15%. But that would probably be the absolute lowest that we would let that get down to. So somebody asked, how much net profit per month are you guys doing now? So um, yeah, so like we're doing about 3.5 million a month in revenue, and the net profit margin is basically like 20% of that. Um, somewhere between like 15 to 20%. Okay. Somebody asked, please make a video on dealing with Facebook agency accounts, dealing with bans, renting accounts. Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely cover that in more detail. Um, Somebody asked, what's the ideal budget to find a profitable lead gen offer on Facebook ads? I would say that you would probably want to have at least like 2 grand minimum to test, and even that may not cut it if you're brand new. So um, what I would recommend doing is getting on the spy tool and just spying on like different verticals and seeing what other people are doing to make money. That was something that I never did like in those first couple of years. So like when I had 2 grand to spend money on ads, I was basically just like winging it. Like I would sign up for like a PPV platform. I would deposit 2 grand. I would just like burn up 2 grand on display ads, like lose all of it, save up another 2 grand, like find some random like direct mail broker, like make a postcard, spend 2 grand, like sending out mailers, like, basically like trying all these different traffic sources, but never really working off of like any proven model of anything that was working for anyone else. I was just kind of purely winging it. So um, I would definitely get on a spy tool and see like what's working for other people and try to recreate other people's campaigns. And I think if you're starting with 2 grand, that'd probably be the best bet as far as getting the best bang for your buck. Somebody asked, are car loans still doing good? Yeah, so car loans are a good vertical. If you want to run car loan offers, we can set you up. So hit me up on Skype. We definitely still do a good amount of that. We got English car loan for the US, we got Spanish speaking car loan, and we can look into Canada car loan with you as well. So, any good mentor courses you recommend for lead gen Facebook ads? Yeah, so we're not really selling courses anymore. I think probably a good resource if you're looking for a course is I've heard Gabe Ansel's course is really good. So check out Gabe Ansel's course. I think he's got some good training out there for Facebook lead gen. So how much of our revenue is dedicated coming from Facebook? So pretty much all of it, honestly. So we're not really doing many other traffic sources right now. Um, I am trying to like get better at YouTube ads. So I've actually found a mentor of my own that does 50, 75K a day on YouTube. So I'm actually going to be getting some more mentorship in that area myself. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing what we can do with YouTube like towards the last quarter of the year here. Um, so what's our team doing ROI wise with car loan? Probably just like a standard like 20%. Is solar risky? Not necessarily. It depends on what angle you're running, I guess. Some people, run like way overly aggressive angles for solar with like Tesla solar panels or other all kinds of ridiculous claims. So, just in general, the solar vertical is not risky, but if you're taking it to an extreme level with like uncompliant angles, Um, funnel tool suggestions. So we like to use Unbounce. So Unbounce is our primary funnel building tool. The Profit Singularity course also has a good YouTube course. Yeah, for sure. So that's all focused on like promoting ClickBank offers. But, if you combine that with maybe a little bit of like spying on the Facebook spy tool, as far as like seeing what people are making work on Facebook, like different types of video ads or landers, you could just probably carry that over to YouTube too. So, um, yeah, we're going to be putting a lot more focus on YouTube. So, like I said, we had some campaigns running profitably on YouTube like earlier in 2022. We ended up focusing more on Facebook because the results were more like sustainable there. But I'm trying to do a lot more on YouTube. I mean, I know affiliates that do like 50, 100 grand a day just solely on YouTube traffic that don't even need Facebook at all. So yeah, I found a mentor that's going to teach me more about YouTube ads, and I've got my first call with him on Friday, so I'm looking forward to that. Um, so favorite networks, well, I might be biased, but O2C network is pretty good. So that's our affiliate network. So yeah, if you want to work with us, you can go ahead and reach out on Skype, and I'll put my Skype address in the description below. It's tday Skype 123. So, thoughts on the Gabe Ansel scaling strategy, testing all in dynamic ads. I'm actually like not sure. I don't know like the strategy off the top of my head. So I'd have to, um, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the exact strategy is that he's teaching, honestly. Can you name your mentor for YouTube? So I'm going to keep it private. So he doesn't really do like much coaching. It's not really somebody that does like um, paid coaching like that. It's actually just an affiliate on our network that was really doing well on YouTube, and he agreed to kind of like teach us about how to do better on YouTube. So I'm not really at liberty to like share his name, but if I learn some good stuff and we're able to get some good results from the trainings, I'll certainly help you guys out in that area too. So does O2C build offers? So we don't build any of our own offers right now. We're more just focused on like finding the best offers that are already out there and sending traffic to them. So, for whatever vertical, whatever it is, like we're going to test all the different buyers that we can find. We'll find out what the best offer is in the vertical, and then we'll let you know, and you can run it with us on the network. What's the maximum amount an individual affiliate can make with no employees? What's the highest amount that you've seen? So I think the highest amount that I've seen with no employees is somewhere like around 10 million a year is sort of the limit that I've seen like one person be able to do. So um, Yeah, I mean, 10 million a year is basically like 30K a day in traffic. So, um, yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely possible to sustain like 30K a day in volume as just like a solo affiliate. I definitely ran campaigns like of that scale when it was just me and only me and Peter. It's very, very difficult to maintain that scale. And, um, so that would be revenue. So 10 million a year revenue, maybe like um, somebody said I've seen a guy make 10 million in 2 months alone. Yeah, I would believe it. I would believe it. I mean, it you got to keep expanding your mindset in this space. Even I sometimes get guilty of thinking that only a certain revenue figure is possible, and then something comes along that changes my whole beliefs and makes my mindset grow. So yeah, I mean, the sky is really the limit in this space. Like, once you get something working, like on Facebook or YouTube, like um, it's just a matter of scaling. So it's about finding those verticals that can really handle the scale and handle those big numbers. So I think we're gonna wrap up here soon. We have some more questions. So somebody asked, "Are you going to explore YouTube for lead gen campaigns or pay per call?" I would say both. Yeah, we'll probably test both lead gen and pay per call. Um, Somebody asked when to kill off ad sets once it slows down. Um, I would say like after it's been unprofitable for more than like 2 days, you should probably kill it and start to test something else. But it depends on other stuff like how much budget is behind it and stuff like that. What's easier to start, lead gen or pay per call? Well, it's certainly easier to find lead gen offers. So there's so many networks that just have lead gen offers. The pay per call has been a little bit harder to find. Like, there's not a lot of networks that um, has pay per call. But if you want to work with pay per call offers, we can definitely set you up with some pay per call on our network. So somebody asked, how do you optimize a pixel? I was told you should never start with a conversion event. You should definitely start with a conversion event. So how you optimize a pixel is by getting conversions of people that are actually converting on the offer, and that trains Facebook to go find more of those people. So never start trying to optimize just for website clicks or anything like that. You want to get the high quality offer conversions, and that's how you train a pixel to find more people like that. Um, so our highest paid affiliate partner in O2C. So um, I mean, I would say like the highest that we've seen like one affiliate get paid in a year with O2C is somewhere in the ballpark of like 3 or 4 million of just one single affiliate. But affiliates come and go. I mean, one day they're running something with O2C, the next day they're running something else. So we don't really expect like any one affiliate to produce that much. We're more interested in just working with like a lot of affiliates that are good and just having more diversity. So is it good for an affiliate to get your own clients? Yeah, absolutely. So, when you're just, if you're just working with a network, I mean, we still work with plenty of networks. I mean, networks are great just for getting you offers and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, getting your own client is definitely a good thing. Somebody asked car loan versus car insurance. So right now we're seeing better results in car loan. The reason being is that there was payout lowered in the car insurance vertical for both lead gen and pay per call offers. So we saw like a 25% reduction in payouts the past couple months, and that made car insurance harder to make work. So we're seeing better results in the car loan space. OTC has its own exclusive. So yeah, we do. We have some exclusive clients, like in the health insurance vertical, for example, where our network is the exclusive on stuff. So yeah, we can point you in the right direction. What's your payout for car loan? Somewhere like around like 13 bucks or something like that. It depends on the offer. Some of them are more. Canada pays more, like upwards of 30. Um, but yeah. Anyways, guys, we're coming up on an hour here. So if I didn't get to your question, I'm sorry, but we do have to wrap up now. So I'll see you in the next video. And I'll also be working on some more tutorial videos. So I've been traveling the past week, so I haven't gotten to sit down and really like work on the content that I wanted to. But we're going to work on getting out a solar tutorial for you guys soon, and some more paper call tutorials. So anyways, thanks for all the great questions. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and got a lot out of it. If you're interested in working with us, I'll put my Skype ID in the description below. T-Day Skype 123. Hit us up if you're interested in working with us as an affiliate, if you're interested in um, our internal media buying team, or Peter has other hiring opportunities that he put out in a video previously, so check that out as well. Anyways, guys, much love, and I'll see you in the next one.